Am I the asshole for telling a female coworker to cover up? I F23 work in tech. We have a pretty large office of about 50 people. Many people here are used to working from home since the pandemic, so dress code at the office is pretty casual. Jeans and jumpers mostly. I was really worried to integrate with an actual office, but it has been really chill so far. The only problem has been Beatrice, who has worked in offices a lot longer than a lot of us younger workers have. Beatrice is in her 50s and still tries to act like the queen bee of the office. We mostly just ignore her advice, and try to get our work done. She has an array of complaints about any number of things in the office, but chief among them is how cold the office is. We work in a southern part of the country and it approaches 90 most days, even in October, so everyone in the office is fine with the AC being set at 72. With the strong fans in our office, it often feels cooler. Beatrice tends to wear low-cut cardigans and pullovers and no bra. This will be important later. She constantly complains how cold it is in the office, even though we all tell her to put on an extra layer. One day in the lunchroom she said, "I must be so lucky to not feel the cold with my extra layer of blubber. I have a little extra fat, but I am working down after struggling with an ed." This really stung me, and I said maybe she should stop dressing like she works at Hooters if she wants to stay warm. She walked stiffly out of the room. My coworker told me she heard her crying in the bathroom. I feel bad for making her cry, but I also felt really offended. She implied only a fat person could be comfortable in the AC. I dress reasonably. Edit. She has made multiple comments about my outfits not fitting. I am MTF and I cannot wear all the outfits in my wardrobe perfectly. ESH, where is HR in this company? ESH. Co-workers should not comment on each other's bodies or clothes. It is inappropriate. If clothes truly are an issue, that is where HR needs to get involved. That being said, something about comparing her a Hooter waitress feels demeaning in a way that I can't quite put my finger on it. You made a direct reference to her breasts, which clearly indicates you've been looking. That is a general no in the workplace. You better hope she doesn't accuse you of sexual harassment. Not the asshole. She insults you on your weight and you fire back with an absolute gem and she gets upset about it. Beatrice needs to learn to take it if she's gonna sling it. ESH. You're both professionals and you need to act like it. If there's a problem, take it to HR. ESH. She called you fat. You called her a slut. Both of you are not professional. ESH. Beatrice, by your age, you should know that it isn't appropriate to talk about other people's bodies at work. Kidding, kidding. Yeah, she was being awful with the blubber comment, but you didn't have to sink to her level with the Hooters comment. ESH. Neither of you should police what anyone wears to the office. And to me, it's an R move to suggest that someone shouldn't dress the way they want to instead of finding a compromise with respect to the AC. Having said that, I find my office to be a frozen tundra and I bring an electric blanket. ESH, it's a professional working environment. You should have been a mature adult and reported her to HR instead of stooping to her level. ESH, it's understandable that you don't like this co-worker, and she is offensive, but you jumped right to policing another woman's clothing as a reaction to her policing yours. So it's not like you are opposed to body policing or making shitty comments about a woman's choices. You're perfectly fine with doing the same shitty thing you're complaining about your co-worker doing if given an opportunity or justification. ESH. How do you know she doesn't goes braless for sensory or health reasons? She shouldn't have commented on your body, but now you're both going to be in trouble with HR. ESH, but you're way worse off than she is around the office. BC, unfortunately nobody cares about fat shaming, but they do care a lot about sexual harassment, which she can definitely do. Not saying it's right, just saying it is what it is, and you probably just played yourself. Line up alternate employment, Jick. ESH. Also, working in tech and casual clothing has nothing to do with the pandemic. I'm married to a programmer whose work attire has always been khaki shorts and t-shirts like every other developer in his office. ESH for her nasty unwarranted remark about your weight, but if you're a professional in an office setting, you should behave that way and complain through proper channels. Or, at the very least, not be in the office on the clock when you fire back also, sorry but 72, really? Isn't the fact that you all are wearing sweaters when it's 90 degrees outside a hint that the AC is turned on too low? I understand wanting to be cool comfortable, but I'll die on the hill of if you have to wear a sweater inside in the hot months, your AC is on too low. ESH she shouldn't have commented on your weight and you shouldn't have sexualized her appearance. ESH her comment to you was very disrespectful. However, you were equally as bad by throwing back an insult. You should have walked away and reported that comment to your manager or HR. ESH I once had a toxic supervisor comment on my weight loss in a negative way when I was a junior staff member. I just said please do not comment on my body calmly and firmly and walked away. Helped that I wasn't scared of her. She was useless, but doesn't sound that you're scared of yours either, so I think practice standing up for yourself and setting boundaries might help in the long run so you can react professionally instead of lashing out. ESH. Neither the fat shaming nor the slut shaming is okay. I totally get why you're frustrated with her, but your comment was out of line as well. Not the asshole Beatrice was stirring the shit pot and you just handed her the spoon and made her take a taste. Edit spelling. ESH. Cold offices suck. She was wearing a sweater. You shouldn't have to wear multiple layers to feel comfortable indoors. ESH. She was out of line for commenting on your weight and you were out of line for commenting on her attire in a way that HR will most certainly construe as sexual harassment. You're the asshole and not very smart for saying sexual comments like that at work. Even if it was said nicely, you're not her boss. Grow up a bit and don't react like a teenager. ESH. You both act like children, but your slut-shaming as a newer employee is going to get you in much more trouble than her fat-shaming comment as an established employee. Also, why are you so concerned with her not wearing a bra? Your comment said that we'd see the relevance later, but I don't see it. Lol, this is comeback gold, but ESH because you were at work and that is wildly unprofessional of both of you. You're the asshole. She made a rude comment and your response was sexual harassment. You're the asshole. Insulting someone is always bad, without exception. Her comment was out of line, too. Why do you care so much about her opinions? Ignore her if you don't agree and live your life. You're the asshole. After reading comments. Info: you say she acts like a queen bee. What does that mean? Does she not do her job? If she's been there a long time, she has seniority over you. Do you think you're superior to her? Honestly, if it's hot out, why not bring the AC down and everyone wear something less hot than a jumper? That seems like a huge waste of energy and money. But stop looking at your coworker's cleavage. Worry about yourself. Be a professional. ESH, but you more, and I can see you getting in trouble with that comment at work. ESH. You both acted pretty immature, especially for being in a work setting. Also, like, the Hooters comment kinda implies some kind of prejudice on their part that NGL seems pretty misogynistic. Same about the comment she made to. She has a very shitty view on fatness. I'm sorry she made fun of you too, but yeah, you didn't have the best reaction. Not the asshole, but I'd be careful about making comments like that. You could end up in deep shit. Next time, just tell HR. But also, who cares what someone else is wearing to their casual office? In an ideal world, this would be a simple tit for tat. This is not an ideal world, and what you did would be considered sexual harassment. She would get written up, you'd get fired if this goes high enough. ESH. To after reading comments. ESH. Both of you are making inappropriate comments for a professional workplace. One was potential fat shaming, but the other was definitely sexual harassment.